Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
All right, where is it? Come on, you dusty old file. Don't hide from me now. I swear, this drawer is like a portal to another dimension. Half these folders probably belong in the void. Aha, gotcha. Episode 179. Echoes of Timeless Causality Loops. And we could also call it Echoes from Timelines Unraveled. All right, listeners, welcome to the shadow frequency where the strange and the supernatural creep into your ears. I'm Juniper, your producer, pulling tonight's eerie topic from the depths of our haunted file cabinet. Tonight, we're diving into the spine-chilling world of time travel paradoxes, those mind-bending loops where the past and future collide in ways that make your soul shiver. From the grandfather paradox to whispers of objects with no origin, we're unraveling mysteries that twist reality itself. Let's hand it over to our host, Matt Wilson, who's probably already lost in some temporal vortex. Matt, you ready to mess with time?
Oh, Juniper, you know I'm always ready to step into the unknown. Thanks for wrestling that file out of the abyss. Hope you didn't summon any time-traveling gremlins in the process.
Only the usual drawer demons, Matt. Now take us into the creepy chaos of time paradoxes, will ya?
Thanks, Juniper, for braving that haunted file drawer. All right, listeners, I've got the folder open and it's practically pulsing with eerie energy. Tonight, we're exploring time travel paradoxes, those unsettling rips in the fabric of reality that make you question everything. Let's start with the granddaddy of them all, the grandfather paradox. Picture this. You hop into a time machine, zip back to 1950, and find your grandfather before he meets your grandmother. In a moment of madness, you prevent their meeting. No meeting, no parents, no you. So who's standing there in 1950 messing with history? The paradox is a chilling loop. If you undo your own existence, how could you have traveled back to begin with? It's like reality screams, "This cannot be." But it gets weirder. Let's talk about the Bootstrap Paradox, a spectral puzzle where something exists without ever being created. Imagine a watch pass from an old woman to a young man in 1980. He travels back to 1920, gives it to a young girl who grows up to be the old woman who gives it to him. Where did the watch come from? It's a ghostly object, looping through time with no origin, like a phantom that haunts the timeline. Robert Heinlein's story, All You Zombies, plays with this, where a person becomes their own parent through time travel, a cycle so tangled it feels like the universe is whispering its own secrets. History has its share of eerie tales that echo these paradoxes. Take the case of John Titor, a supposed time traveler who appeared online in 2000, claiming to be from 2036. He described a world of civil wars and shared technical details about his time machine. Some of his predictions, like societal unrest, felt unnervingly close to reality, but others never came to pass. Was Titor a hoax, or did he slip into our timeline, altering it just enough to avoid his own future? His story feels like a bootstrap paradox, information from nowhere reshaping the present. Then there's the 1943 Philadelphia experiment, a rumored military project where the USS Eldridge supposedly vanished and reappeared. Some crew members claiming they'd been flung through time. Official records deny it, but the whispers persist. Sailors caught in a temporal loop, their existence flickering like a ghost ship. Could this be a real-world glimpse of a paradox, where changing the past leaves echoes we can't explain? These paradoxes aren't just brain teasers, they're doorways to the uncanny. They suggest time might not be a straight line, but a labyrinth where the past and future haunt each other. The grandfather paradox asked if you can kill your own history, while the bootstrap paradox wonders if something can exist without a beginning. Both make you feel like you're staring into a void where causality itself unravels. Juniper, my head's spinning already. These paradoxes are like ghosts that refuse to stay buried. What do you make of this temporal madness?
Matt, it's like the universe is playing a cosmic prank on us.
Right.
I'm half expecting my coffee mug to start looping through time and pouring itself. Ready to dig deeper into how physics might explain these creepy conundrums?
Oh, absolutely, Juniper. Let's see if science can tame these temporal spirits. Over to you for the break.
Hoo boy, listeners, if your mind isn't twisted in the knots yet, you're braver than me. Time travel paradoxes are like stepping into a haunted house where every door leads to a different version of reality. Can you imagine being stuck in a loop, causing your own existence or erasing it? It's enough to make you check your family tree twice. Coming up, Matt's diving into how physics might unravel these spectral mysteries, so don't touch that dial. But first, let's pass it over to Chris Beach to tell you where to find the shadow frequency. Chris, take it away.
Cheers, Juniper. If the shadows have drawn you in, stay a while. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, or wherever you tune in to your favorite podcasts. Dive deeper at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. There, you can explore our complete episode archive, check out our Shadow blog for deeper dives into each case, snag some exclusive merch, or even help support the show by buying us a coffee. And here's something fun. Leave us a voicemail on the site and tell us where in the world you're listening from. You just might hear yourself on the next episode. Take it away, Juniper.
Thanks, Chris. Time for our mailbag segment where we fire up the spectral cosmic message materializer. Hang on, let me flip these ancient switches. And hope it doesn't summon a poltergeist. Doodly-doo. All right, let's see what ghostly missive we've got today. Get this open. Oh, this one's a gem. Here's a message from Mary in Louisiana. Says, hey, Matt, Juniper, and Chris, I'm writing from the bayou, where the nights are as thick with mystery as the Spanish moss. I love the shadow frequency. It's my go-to while I'm out on the porch with a glass of sweet tea, letting your creepy tales make the shadows dance. You make the paranormal feel like it's right here with me, and I'm hooked. Keep weaving those eerie stories. I'm a fan for life. Warm regards, Mary. Oh, Mary, you're painting such a picture. I can just see you on that porch, the air heavy with secrets, maybe a ghost or two listening in. Thanks for the love, and keep sipping that sweet tea under the stars. Listeners, we're enjoying the spectral conversation. Drop us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, back to you to untangle more of this time-traveling madness.
Thanks, Juniper, and big thanks to Mary for that hauntingly sweet message. All right, listeners, let's plunge back to the shadowy depths of time travel paradoxes and see if physics can shine a light on these eerie enigmas. The grandfather paradox and the bootstrap paradox make it seem like time travel could tear reality apart. But some physicists think the universe has ways to keep the ghosts at bay. Enter the Novikov Self-Consistency Principle. Proposed by Igor Novikov, it's like a cosmic rule book that says time travel can't create paradoxes. If you go back and try to kill your grandfather, something will stop you. Maybe the gun jams or a mysterious stranger intervenes. The universe, Novikov suggests, enforces consistency, ensuring the past you visit is already shaped by your actions. It's as if time itself is a sentient entity, guarding its own secrets. In a way, this principle feels like a ghostly presence, silently guiding events to avoid contradiction. Then there's the many worlds interpretation from quantum mechanics, which is even creepier. This theory says that every choice or event spawns a new universe. So if you travel back and kill your grandfather, you're not in your original timeline anymore. You've created a new one where you were never born. Your original world where your grandfather lived still exists untouched. It's like stepping into a parallel dimension haunted by a version of you that never was. This idea makes time travel feel like wandering through a multiverse of spectral realities, each one echoing a different fate. Historical cases add to the unease. Consider the story of Rudolph Fentz, a man who allegedly appeared in New York City in 1950. Dressed in 19th century clothes, only to be hit by a car. Some claim he was a time traveler from the 1870s, caught in a paradox where his sudden appearance had no explanation. Though likely a legend, it's the kind of tale that makes you wonder if time slips leave ghostly traces in our world. Another chilling angle comes from closed time-like curves, theoretical paths in space-time that loop back on themselves, allowed by Einstein's general relativity. These curves suggest time travel is mathematically possible, but they also amplify the paradox problem. If you could loop back, what's to stop you from creating a Bootstrap Paradox, like sending a book to the past that inspires its own creation? It's as if the universe allows these loops but hides their origins in shadows. These solutions, Novikov's principle, many worlds, or closed time-like curves, don't fully banish the paranormal vibe of time travel. They suggest reality might be more flexible, or more haunted, than we think. The idea that you could step into a time machine and become a ghost in your own timeline, or create a new one where you never existed, is as unsettling as any specter. Time travel paradoxes don't just challenge physics, they whisper that the universe itself might be a labyrinth of unseen forces, looping and twisting beyond our grasp. Juniper, I'm starting to feel like I'm haunting my own timeline just talking about this. What do you think? Would you risk a time jump knowing it might split reality?
Matt, I'd probably end up stuck in a loop arguing with myself over what year to visit. This stuff is pure paranormal fuel. Wrap us up, do you think?
You got it, Juniper. Over to you for the sign-off.
Well, listeners, we've just taken a wild ride through the haunted corridors of time travel paradoxes, from the chilling grandfather paradox to the ghostly loops of the Bootstrap Paradox. We've explored how physics might hold the key to these mysteries, or maybe just deepen the shadows. Thanks for joining us on the Shadow Frequency for episode 179, The Echoes of Timeless Causality Loops. Keep sending your spooky stories and thoughts to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com, and follow us on Facebook for more paranormal vibes. Matt, any last words before we vanish into the temporal mist?
Just don't mess with your grandfather's timeline, folks. Stay spooky.
You heard him. Until next time, keep your ears tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where the unknown is always waiting. Good night, and watch out for those time loops.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.